It's Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bills and the Patriots coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Allen going to go to the air right away. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Now, meanwhile, here's his 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played, and the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
What's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 17 carries, 90 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing Jones. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try to get downfield.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Now they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He finds Parker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7?
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. Shrugs him off, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. Allen going to throw. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the bootleg. Jones. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Sheds off the tackle, and he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 207, just one shy of Jerry Rice's all-time mark of 208. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jones. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Jones on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now it's second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fighting through pressure. Flushed out right. 20. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen Lazard, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Still second down. Here we go.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, and they got to him again. Tyus Bowser. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's third and long. On third down, here's Stevenson. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Now he's loose again. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, and it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Rashee Rice, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jump, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
New England's offense set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little cotton.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the seventh time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on second and long. Jones checking this down to Stevenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt with career touchdown number 70. And the Bills just continue to roll. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You ain't going nowhere.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Carlos Basham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Runs through the contact. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DK Metcalf with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out come the Patriots.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
21. Here we go. 11.
Now Jones wants to change it up.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Tyus Bowser able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here we go, get set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Tre'Davious White on the cover.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Tyus Bowser, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Buffalo, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.